You can see these guys absolutely chomping at the bit. Look at that form, that leap. Keep an eye out in the background for some stragglers. A couple of you start the fight on the back foot like this, I mean, it's never going to turn out well for you. I mean, this for sure takes me back to my 7th grade English curriculum. You may know Singapore as a global financial center, or you may know it for the vast array of incredible architectural designs, from buildings to parks to straight up live action recreations of Blue People avatars Pandora. However, what I'm sure you might not be familiar with is the vast criminal underground and gang violence in the inner city. Of course, I'm talking about the Otter Gangs, which roam the streets and riverways of Singapore with malice and bad intent in their hearts. Without further ado, let's jump on into a recent scrap which occurred on the banks of the river running through the main corridor of the city and the violence that ensued. Before we jump in here, a little context. I believe this is the local chapter, the Singaporean chapter, if you will, of the Crips and the Bloods going at it. And obviously they've taken some inspiration from the S.E. Hinton classic literature of The Outsiders. I mean, this for sure takes me back to my 7th grade English curriculum. Anyways, without wasting more time, let's jump on into this brawl. Notice the Vanguard, and it's on. Look at him leaping, jumping at the bit here. You can see the other gang pulling up, and bam, right into it. Unbelievable. Real drop in the decibel level as fisticuffs are being thrown. And you can see a subset breaking off down here, bringing the scrap to the bank. Obviously, the rest kind of moves its way over to the bank as well, but then starts diving back in. And you may not have caught this the first time, but let's take a quick rewind, a quick replay. So the initial forces come and clash in the middle here. Watch, keep an eye out in the background for some stragglers, a couple of folks late to the party. Here comes one pulling in, and then popping up their heads in the back, and they're making their way over to the land, of course, for that better footing, so they can get more rotation, more angle on their punches. Just classic street brawl technique, classic street fighting technique among the otter folk. Obviously, you can tell from the beginning, you can tell right off the bat that these guys came to throw some hands. And Left Hand Gang just did not have it in them tonight. Look at this. I mean, you can see these guys absolutely chomping at the bit. Look at that form, that leap. You don't see that sort of enthusiasm. You don't see that sort of enthusiasm from these guys. They're also outnumbered. I mean, it boils down to a numbers game at the end of the day, and you can tell. I mean, look at the disturbance here that these boys are generating. Just they came out of the gate. I mean, the battle was almost already won before it even started, because they just came in gnashing their teeth. They came in with that fight in their eyes, that fire. And when you start the fight on the back foot like this, I mean, it's never going to turn out well for you. And you can see the hesitancy of these folks trying to jump in, but really they can't contribute. I mean, the fight's already won. Backups arrived and from the rear guard, and there's really not much more to say. The Vanguard really took care of it, and the rear guard just cleans things up. The brawl, you can see, takes it to the bank. The scuffle ensues and pushes the retreat. Coming up, watch here. Yep, retreat. The retreat starts, and that's a wrap. I mean, not much more to say. Not much more to say than that. just textbook performance. Anyways, just a little public service announcement tonight. Just wanted to make folks aware, if you're roaming in the streets of Singapore, you always got, maybe don't walk down the sidewalks with your AirPods in, because you want to be aware. You want to be aware of your surroundings, and these, unfortunately, it's a reality. Otter gangs could pull up on you any second. I mean, they're known for taking watches, for just, and an otter mugging is just, it's not a pleasant sight at all. Anyways, I just wanted to inform any folks out there who are residents of Singapore. I mean, if you're a resident, you're probably aware of this situation, but any tourists out there who are planning on going in, just make sure that you're aware of your surroundings when you're visiting the city, as these otter gangs can come out of nowhere, and they're vicious, they're tough. You can see they run in packs, and they mean business. So stay clear, stay safe. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning on in, and we'll catch you next time. Adios, amigos.